Hey guys, hope you're all doing well out there. Just thought I'd do a bit of a fun video today using Tier Maker, making a tier list of the technology in No Man's Sky, specifically the technology you can get from the Anomaly, and sort of having a look at how useful they are. So you have a must-have, a good, an okay, take it or leave it, just a bit meh, or hardly or never use, because I have thousands of hours in this game and there are some things in here that I have never even built, let alone used. So be interesting to see where they land on this tier list, and it'd be interesting to see how much you agree or disagree. But remember, it is only just a bit of fun. Generally in No Man's Sky, when you get all of your inventory slots in your Exosuit, your multi-tool, your Starship, you can fit all of these things in, and really you should, because they all get adjacency bonuses and things. But just thought it'd be a bit of fun to go through and just see how good they are, or how sort of important they are, or how important they are not. And yeah, let me know if you agree or disagree. So we're going to start with the Starship stuff. What I have done as well, by the way, is added all of the weapons for the Starship and the multi-tools, but just taking out the hyperdrive and the terrain manipulator and the standard laser for the multi-tool and things like that, just because they are sort of must-haves that you can't really get rid of and you need to keep. So I just thought I'd just do the rest of them, if that makes any sense. So we're going to start with the cadmium drive. Now the cadmium drive gives you 50 light years of extra warp when fitted, and it will give you access to red star systems. You have access to yellow star systems straight away. So the cadmium drive is okay because it gets you to those extra systems, but generally speaking, if you don't have the space in your Starship, just because let's say you have a new one or you haven't got all your slots yet, cadmium drive is good, but it isn't the best one to have. The emerald drive is quite similar in that it will get you to green, red, and you already have access to yellow star systems, and also give you 50 light years of extra warp drive. But if these two are touching each other in your inventory, you'll get adjacency bonuses. Same goes for most of these things, so I'll stop saying that now. Indium drive gets you to blue, green, red, and of course yellow, and that's better because it gets you to all the star systems. So essentially you don't have to have the emerald or the cadmium drive fitted. You can just have the emerald, the indium, and it will get you to blue, green, and red and yellow star systems. But yeah, better to have them all fitted. And the indium drive I put in good because blue, green, red, and yellow systems are in the game from the off, as where purple systems, which are going to come onto, are late game stuff. So it's good to have the indium drive fitted so you can get to all those systems if you don't have the space to have the other two as well. The Atlantic drive is the one that gets you to purple systems, and in my opinion that is a must have, because you have to have it to get to purple systems during the late game. These will not get you to purple systems, so definitely a must have for me there. We've got the emergency warp here, which is an upgrade to your hyperdrive up next, and this allows warping whilst you're in combat. So combat basically doesn't stop you from being able to warp, so you can get away from it. I think that's quite a good one. I do like that one. I think if you've had enough of fighting a load of pirates or dreadnoughts and you just want to get away and carry on trying to find your resources, whatever it is, then the emergency warp is the way to go, in my opinion. Then got the efficient thrusters, which give you 20% off your launch cost, which I think is quite good. It's not massively great. It's either good or okay. I think I'm going to go with okay. 20% is quite good actually. Now I'm going to put it in good. I think that is a good one. Then we've got the instability drive. Sorry, I will go with the aquajets first. The aquajets must have because they land your Starship on water. And if you're going to a water world, especially late game in those wonderful purple systems, although you can find water worlds outside purple systems, or just want to land on water in general, the aquajets allow you to do that. If you don't have them fitted in your Starship, you can't do that. The launch auto chargers are another S for me, because the amount of resources you spend on Starship fuel or on uranium is pretty good for your launch thrusters. The launch auto charger will just charge your thrusters whilst the Starship is stationary on a planet, so definitely a must-have for me. The instability drive here, 34% fuel efficiency is quite good. Definitely take that one. Excuse my door, the wind is blowing my door there. We've got the flight assist override, which has maneuverability of plus 10% and a flight assist reduction of 0.6 or 9. I'm not really too sure. That's okay, that one. Not really too fussed about that, to be perfectly honest with you. It's okay. We've got the sublight amplifier, which is a 130% efficiency of your pulse drive. So that is a definite must-have because that is through the roof. So definitely have that one fitted because 130% of your pulse drive is very nice indeed. Then we've got the cyclotron ballista here. So we're getting into the weapons of the starships now. Cyclotron ballista, in my opinion, I could take this or leave it. So essentially, it's if it's the only thing I've got, I'll use it. If I've got the phase beam or rocket launchers and this, then it's okay because the cyclotron ballista is mainly for dealing damage to shields. It's not very good at doing anything to hulls. So it's not really my favourite. I do like the way it looks. I think it's pretty cool the way it fires, but ultimately I don't think it's really for me. And then with that, you've got the Dyson pump. The Dyson pump gives 10% heat dispersion. And again, it's not great. I mean, if you have 3 S-classes with these, of course, S-class upgrades, it will be quite powerful and absolutely smash shields, but it won't be great, again, against hulls of starships when you're fighting them. So for me, I'm not really that bothered about the cyclotron ballista, to be honest. And we've got the positron ejector. That's like a shotgun for your starship. And again, it's another take it or leave it for me. I'm not really that bothered about this one. You've also got the supercharger here, the fragment supercharger, which accuracy plus 20%, range plus 25%, which is decent for a shotgun. But again, I just wouldn't use this over other items that are coming up. So this one really not that great. The phase beam is again another half decent one. Again, I just don't think I'd really use it that often. Good for shields again. So the thing is, you'd have to cycle either cyclotron ballista and the phase beam with maybe another weapon. I think the phase beam is a bit better at hurting hulls than the cyclotron ballista. Let me know what you think down in the comments. The rocket launcher, I get rid of this straight away. Again, it's the whole recycling of the weapons. And that B-class upgrade there, the large rocket turrets, they give 20% heat dispersion or heat recovery for your rockets. So it's not great, but it is what it is. So not my favourite weapons. Now the infraknife accelerator, that is the best weapon on the ship. And the Q resonator, which gives an extra cannon count, is fantastic. And when you have S-class upgrades with this, and you have them all next to each other, it is the most powerful weapon. It is the one I go to. It is the one I have. If I do have space in my starships, I do have other weapons just sort of lingering around just in case I want to mix it up a little bit or maybe try and use one of these. But generally speaking, if I'm in a fight that I really, really just want to win and get over and done with, I do use the infraknife and it absolutely destroys both the shield and the hull of any other starship that's fighting you, or even a dreadnought or sentinel dreadnought. The photon cannon, I only use this if it's the only weapon I've got. The C-class upgrade here is, what's it called? Is that the non-linear optics? That gives 20% heat dispersion, so another heat dispersion upgrade there. Again, if you had S-class upgrades with any of these down here, which I'll put all really low, they are going to be quite powerful and they are going to beat most things. But generally speaking, if I can have any other weapon than the rocket launchers or the photon cannon, I will. I just don't really enjoy these ones all that much. Teleport receiver is okay, right? This allows you to transfer items from yourself to your starship while you're away from your starship, but it's only about 150 U, so it's not that far. I think if they upped it to 200, 250, it could probably go in good, but if they upped it to 500, then it'll be a must-have. But it's just not far enough. It's okay. I mean, you might as well just walk back and put it in your starship rather than transferring it from 150 U away, in my opinion. Let me know what you think about that one. Economy scanner is good to have. Allows you to see the economy of other star systems before you get there. You can scan for trade networks and trade stations in the system, so I really do like that one. The conflict scanner again is a good one to have. Allows you to see whether certain systems are pirate controlled, or if they're at war, or if they're safe or peaceful. Again, a very good piece of equipment to have. The cargo scan deflector for your Starship is fantastic in my opinion, and it is a must-have, because when you get those pesky cargo scans from either Sentinels or pirates, you can constantly trip your cargo scan deflector and it will tell them that there's nothing you have that they want. Even if you do have something they want, something valuable, like a load of salvaged data or something contraband or whatever it is, you can basically tell them to go away, so you don't have to keep fighting them. They don't keep coming after you all the time, which is very nice. I really do like that one. So we're moving on to the Exocraft stuff now. We've got Ariadne's Flame first. So we're going with the Minotaur stuff first, because there are differences for the Minotaur, the Nautilon, and then everything else. So Ariadne's Flame gives 100% boost for your Minotaur, and a booster tank size of 100%. So it is very good. Now the problem with the Exocraft stuff here is that some people use them, some people don't. Some people only use some Exocraft. I use the Roma and the Minotaur and the Nautilon. The Nautilon is a submarine used to go on water worlds and just worlds with general water on it. And you can go quite deep in them. They're very good for that. The Minotaur is very just like a massive exosuit, which is quite good. And I like the Roma because it's just a fun thing to do, just a fun thing to drive around a planet. Helps you search quicker and helps you get about quicker. But some people don't use these at all, so these could just be hardly or never used for quite a few people. For me, I think the Ariadne's Flame is really good for the Minotaur, and I would certainly fit it into my Minotaur. I've also got the self-greasing servos, which give 20% fuel usage, which is okay. It's good. I'd fit it, but it's okay. It could be better, to be honest. And we've got the Minotaur Array, which basically allows you to search for any kind of building on a planet, which is great. Really do like that one. Now the pilot, the Minotaur AI pilot, I absolutely hate this thing. I just turn it off straight away, or I just get rid of it out of the Minotaur. The Minotaur can help you fight things. If it has this AI pilot fitted, it will follow you around from planet to planet. Not quite system to system. You just have to summon it in. But for me, it just gets in the way. It just drives me insane. So I get rid of it straight away. Then we've got the Minotaur laser, which of course is a must-have. Definitely need that one. And then you've got the upgrade for the Minotaur laser, which is basically the advanced mining beam. So on your multi-tool, you get a mining beam, then you get the advanced mining beam, which allows you to get the bigger crystals. And that's exactly what this Minotaur laser does. Then we've got the Minotaur cannon, which is okay, to be honest with you. I generally don't use it all that often because I don't really use the Minotaur to fight. I prefer being on foot and using the items I have in my multi-tool to fight sentinels that are coming after me. And then we've got the Minotaur Boar. Now this is a good to have. This is your terrain manipulator for your Minotaur. So it allows you to mine stuff like ammonia or pyrite or all those kind of different things, paraffinium, which is very nice. I do like that for the Minotaur. Then we've got the environmental control unit. Now if you're using your Minotaur, this is a must-have because it makes the Minotaur impervious to all of those environmental hazards on a planet, which is one reason why I do like some of the Exocraft. You're running around a really windswept, hot, or whatever it is, hazardous planet, go on your Minotaur, you're safe. You've not got those pesky bars going down telling you you're going to freeze to death or get overheated and die, and have to keep recharging those upgrades you may have fitted in your exosuit to keep you surviving those kind of areas. We're on to the Humboldt now. So we've got the Humboldt sonar. It does the same thing as the Minotaur Array, so it'll be able to find sunken buildings, what they called, crashed freighters, so sunken freighters, things like that, sunken monoliths, whatever it may be. Very good for the Humboldt. I recommend, I think most people use the Humboldt because of what it does, because it's the only submarine, so you're kind of forced to use it. if you're going onto a water world, especially late game, you need that to get down there and get back up without much issue. I mean, you can do it swimming, but it's not ideal. Definitely better to use the submarine. And we've got the generator here for the Humboldt, the osmotic generator, which gives you minus 20% fuel usage, so it's quite good for your fuel. So that is okay. Don't mind that. Would like it to be a bit better. Maybe 100% would be nice, obviously, but a bit better would be great. Tithy's beam, mining beam. Yeah, I mean, it's good to have. Do you know what? I think that the Minotaur laser is only good to have as well, because you can just get out and mine with your own laser. So yeah, they are just good to have. The cannon goes into okay as well, because I've never really, well, no, actually, take it or leave it, because I've never really used a Nautilon cannon. Why would I use a Nautilon cannon? I wouldn't. Dredging laser is a must-have for the Humboldt. I think it probably could go in good, but I think I'm going to go must-have, because when you're underwater, and you can actually, this is your mining laser for not your mining laser, your terrain manipulator for your Humboldt, for your submarine. So you don't have to get out into those murky depths and try to go out there and mine items yourself. You can do it with your dredging laser. It is a little bit finicky, but I do think it's definitely a must-have. Then we're on to the general Exocraft here. So this is your Roma, your Pilgrim, your Nomad, and your Colossus. All these things work for this, apart from one of them, which is only for the Colossus, which we'll come on to. So you've got the general radars here. So they basically give you scan, they give you an extra 100% scan each. So yeah, I mean, if you're scanning things, they're okay, aren't they? You can always use your own scanner. They're okay. I think if they had a bit more, they could probably go into good, but 100% is good. But I just think they just needed a little bit more. They also allow you to scan for buildings as well while you're on a planet, which is quite good. We've also got the protections now for when you're on a planet. So we've got the toxic protection, the thermal buffer, the radiation or air radiation unit, and the heater. Basically, these all give you, I think they give you 20% protection, depending on what it is, which is good. I would definitely have these fitted to these types of Exocraft, not the Minotaur, not the Humboldt. I think they are a must-have, because they do the same thing that the environmental control unit does for the Minotaur. So in my opinion, if you are using Exocraft, these are a must-have for me, just so that you are safer as you're going around hazardous worlds. And then we've got the Exocraft boosters, which are good. They are standard. They give you a certain amount of boost. They give you 100% boosts and 100% fuel usage, I think it is. So yeah, they're quite good. If you're using the Roma, for example, I'd definitely have that fitted. Not quite a must-have, because you don't exactly need them, but I definitely think they are a good fit, and I would definitely fit them. Then we've got the Icarus boosters. So I believe the Icarus boosters give you 400% solar panels. So they give you 400% more usage. So they're a must-have for me. Electrical power, definitely all the way there with the Icarus system. Then we've got the lasers. So again, I think these are good to have, because you don't necessarily need them. This is the Exocraft mining laser, which is again the terrain manipulator for your Exocraft. I barely use the cannon. I don't really fight in my Exocraft. That's why I don't use the flamethrower either. So actually, I'll probably put those in take it or leave it. I probably wouldn't use those very often. I'm probably more likely to fight in the Minotaur, the cannon, than I am in any other Exocraft. Certainly not the Nautilon, and probably not any of the others either. Then we got this mineral processing rig. This is for the Colossus only, and I've never used this, never fitted it, never used it, because I don't really use the Colossus. Let me know, do you use this? Is this good? Does it work while you're on the go? Because you've got your own refiners anyway, which we'll come on to. But for me, I probably wouldn't use this all that much. Now we're coming on to the Exosuit. technologies, and we've got these here, these C-class, coolant network, radiation deflection, toxic suppression, and the thermic layer. And these give you the 20% resists for each, not these. These give you the protections you need while you're in your Exocraft. These are for your Exosuit. These give you the 20% protection. I think they are a good to have, because if you have S-class upgrades in these, oh hello, that will give you better protection. But if you've got the space, which you will have in late game, then definitely put these in and make sure they're touching the correct one. So the thermic layer with the other blue S-class ones, for example, and so on and so forth. And then it will give you that extra boost of protection for when you're in those horrible areas. Now, the hazard protection itself here gives you shielding from radiation, toxic, cold, and heat shielding as well. So this, for me, is a must-have. I definitely have that fitted always and forever. Now we're on to the aeration membrane. So this is to help you breathing underwater. So it's 33% breathing efficiency, which I think is good. Could be better, but I think it's good. Then we've got the pressure membrane, which helps you survive those crushing pressures on those water worlds. Again, another late game technology, but definitely one that I would have, because going down onto those deep areas in those water worlds can be very dangerous. You'll die quite quickly. So definitely have that fitted. And we've got the shield lattice, which is 20% plus hazard protection battery, which is okay. Don't necessarily need this one, but it's okay to have. Oxygen recycler. This gives you 10% life support tanks, which again is just okay. You know, it's a C class and a B class. They're just okay. And you got the oxygen rerouter, which is quite good. That helps you breathe underwater. Upgrades the aeration membrane, harvest oxygen when you're breathing in an emergency. So it gives you a bit more time to try and get out of the water if you're on your emergency oxygen tanks. Personal refiner is okay. The first refiner you generally get, unless you can go straight to the personal refiner Mark II. This one allows you to refine one item or mineral into whatever. The personal refiner Mark II is a must-have for me. You can put 2 items in, refine them to create one item. Definitely having that on your person at all times is one that I always have. So the neural stimulator for your jetpack. So we haven't got the normal jetpack fitted. We've just got the upgrades for it, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. The neural stimulator gives you 25% jetpack tanks, 10% recharge rate, 10% sprint distance, 40% sprint recovery time. You've got to have that fitted, right? It's a must-have. Got to be. Then you got your airburst engine, which is airborne recharging, which is good to have. Not necessarily a must-have in my opinion, because you know you can run around and recharge your jetpack. But if you have the space for it and you know you want quicker recharging, then definitely get that fitted. Definitely a good to have. And we've got the rocket boots. Some people absolutely hate the rocket boots and will probably have it down here. I quite like them. I think they're okay. Some people get really annoyed with them because if you press A too much, he jumps around. I think it's just about trying to manage how you're using them. But if you don't want them, then you don't have to use them. They're certainly not a must-have. They're okay. They work for me. I like jumping around the anomaly in them with them. But yeah, sometimes they can be a little bit frustrating. So I understand that one, but for me, they're going in the okay. Let me know if you hardly ever use them, or we'll put them down at the bottom here. Sufficient water jets are good. Definitely like those. They will help you when you are going way deep down onto those water worlds, into those deep oceans. Definitely a good one to have. Now we're on to the multi-tool stuff. So multi-tool weaponry and what you're going to have fitted in here. Boltcaster is not my favourite and has never been my favourite. I hardly ever use this. The barrel ionizer is decent for it. Quite like it if I have the Boltcaster fitted, but like I said, I just don't really have these fitted at all. So for me, these will go into the hardly or never use. Blaze Javelin, I'll take it or leave it. Again, I think I would use it if it was all I had. I'd be happy with it. I just think there's better weapons coming up and this one falls short for me. What I do like about the Blaze Javelin is that it does stun your enemies and allows you to charge and stun them again, but it does seem to take quite a while to charge even with the upgrades fitted. So for me, I prefer to spray bullets and run rather than stand and recharge a weapon. The Scatter Blaster is probably the most powerful weapon you can use. It's very good. Definitely have that one fitted. The Shell Greaser as well gives you a reload time of -15%, which is very good. In terms of the Bolt Caster, the Barrel Ionizer gives you a recoil of 0.7% and a +1 shot per burst. So it's okay, but it's not ideal. This A1 here for the Bolt Caster is just a ricochet module, so you don't bounce around as much as you would if you didn't have it fitted. Now on to my favourites. The Pulse Spitter for me is just my favourite weapon. Amplified cartridges is great for this as well. Gives you a clip size of +20, so it's already 80. That's now going to be 100. So you can just spray loads of bullets at loads of stuff. Then you've got the Impact Igniter, which impacts your bullets upon hitting your enemy, and also gives impact of like igniter damage, so flame damage really, isn't it? And then there's a Ricochet as well, which I definitely have fitted for the Pulse Spitter, because it can, if you're having the Pulse Spitter fitted, yeah, you'll just be all over the place, and it's much easier when you have the Pulse Spitter Ricochet module fitted to help you with that. The Neutron Cannon is very good as well. This is probably going to be a lot of people's favourites. The Neutron Cannon, I really like it. Another chargy one though, a bit like the Blaze Javelin, which just reduces it down for me. But if I have the Pulse Spitter and the Neutron Cannon fitted, I'm very, very happy with that. Make no mistake about it. The P-Field Compressor produces ion spheres, and it gives you 50 more ion speed and 10% charging speed as well. So definitely a good fixture for the multi-tool, for the Neutron Cannon in the multi-tool there. The Advanced Mining Laser is a must, because that's going to give you access to the bigger crystals and floating crystals and all those kind of goodies that you can get. So definitely get the Advanced Mining Laser. It also gives you 50% plus mining speed. The Optical Drill is another must. That just gives you 50% more resources mined. I mean, why would you not want 50% more resources mined? So definitely fit that one there. We've got the Ablative Armor next. Gives you a tiny bit of armor. It's okay. You know, I'd fit it if I had the space. Not really that bothered about it. Hazmat Gauntlet. You do need this to get the stuff like Star Bumble and all of the plants if you want to create a farm and that. Is it a must-have? I think it probably is a must-have, because you need it to get those things. If you don't have it, you can't get those. So definitely a must-have. The Cloaking Device is good. Not a must-have. This allows you to cloak yourself when you're in a fight, or just if you want to walk around invisible, you can. Do like that, but it's not, you know, my favourite. But I do use it from time to time if I have it. The Exoskiff actually sits in your exosuit. It has storage for fish. You can summon it anywhere in the universe, and it is for fishing. It's okay. I don't mind it. It's all right. The Exocraft Summoner for your exosuit is a late game piece of technology that allows you to summon your Exocraft anywhere in the universe. That is a must-have for me, because again, it's only if you use Exocraft, and I use them quite a bit. It's really good if you're using the Nautilon and Water Worlds. You've got the space, definitely have it fitted, so you can call your Nautilon whenever you want it. Fishing rig. Fishing is it's got a bit boring for me now. Not overly excited about the fishing. I could probably take it or leave it, actually. I'll probably dump it down here. Not that fussed about it. Nutrient Ingester is a good piece of equipment. If I used it more, it would go into must-have, but I don't use it all that often. And I think one of the things is you have to cook to be able to use the Nutrient Ingester, to put the cooked items in there to then get the buffs out of it. So for me, yeah, it's okay. It's good. I probably need to use it more for it to go into must-have. But definitely a good bit of equipment. Plasma Launcher. Very good. Yeah, I like that one. Blows things up very nicely. The Geology Cannon is quite similar. But I think it does more damage. But again, I'm going to put that into good. Paralysis Mortar is a must-have, my favourite for me. I think that the fact that you can use your secondary weapon as your Paralysis Mortar to paralyze your enemy and then fire a load of pulse spitter bullets into it is just the greatest combination in the game for me. Let me know what you think. Do you use that in a combination with anything else, or do you just prefer to use the neutron cannon or whatever else? Now, the voltaic amplifier. Let's get up this for a second, and we'll have a look at the voltaic amplifier, because I'll be honest with you, I don't normally fit this all that often. But this is a generalized upgrade for Minotaur weapon system, causing its projectiles to resonate dramatically upon impact with any appropriate electromagnetic field, will significantly increase the damage dealt to any organic or inorganic entities that are currently stunned. So I need to put this in. What did that just say? Damage overload module. I need to put this in to figure out what this does a bit more, because having thousands of hours into this and not actually use this, I'm going to put it in okay for now, but I reckon it could be up here somewhere. It may be in good or must have because of its amplifications of your damage. Personal force field is okay. I got a comment the other day in one of my videos that said that they use this quite a lot and it's quite good. I use it from time to time. I don't use it all the time. It's just okay. Combat scope is okay as well. That actually helps you less pullback or ricochet when you're fighting, so that's quite good. Survey detector is good because that allows you to get all the gas and minerals, hidden minerals on a planet, and you're definitely going to need them. So survey device, sorry, what did I say? Survey detector? Survey device is a good piece of equipment. The trade rocket I've never used, never built, never will, never want to. Don't see the point in this. Might as well just collect all materials, make all my way up there rather than keep sending these back and forth, in my opinion. Never used it. Don't think I ever will. Let me know if you use it. Is it worth it? Not too sure. Then we've got the waveform recycler, which gives 20% recharge time, 10% scan radius. Yeah, that's good. I like that one. Definitely a good upgrade for your scanner. I probably didn't explain the trade rocket enough, did I? The trade rocket allows you to send a small amount of materials up to the space station for sale, and then it will come back down, or I think you just keep sending them up. I'm not sure they come back. Just don't see the use in it. Okay, now we've got the translators. We've got the simple translator, the superior translator, and the advanced translator. These effectively help you learn words, and yeah, take it or leave these, to be honest. Not that bothered about them at all. I'll have them fitted if I have the space, but just not really that fussed. So there you go. There's my fun little tier list of all the technologies that you get out of the Anomaly. What do you think? Do you think I'm completely mad? Do you think I'm wrong entirely? Do you think they're all must-haves? That's the next question. Let me know what you think about this, where you'd put some of these items, how much you agree or disagree with me. Just a bit of fun, nothing too serious. Yeah, and if you want to see more sort of tier maker content around No Man's Sky, maybe we can do ships or multi-tools or something like that, please let me know down in the comments. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Take care out there, everybody, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.